Horton Tarhoonies, we're back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. I'm your host, Nick Legato, and it's time for us to do a side quest of ranching up us some Chocobos and breeding them too. We're going to be watching it all live on the television. Okay, alright, enough of that crap. Yes, well, here's another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. I'm your host, Nick Legato, and we are going to do the long-awaited Chocobo breeding. This is the best time in the game to do it. However, you want to make sure you have some money, and we have a little bit, and if I need to, I'll go grind some cash out of something. But like I said, now is the best time for us to do it. Let's see. Let's do nothing right now. What we need to do is go talk to Chocobo Bill, not the son. We need to talk to the big cheese himself here. In order for us to do breeding, we've got to really set this up right. Yeah. They've all fled. So it looks like we need 60,000 gil to start this off here. Definitely make sure you buy them all. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we'll want to get them all. We're just going to buy them all. There's no reason not to buy all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and buy them all. Yay! That way we get that all figured out. As we wait. You know, let me just buy all of these, and then we'll pick back up, since it's going to take a while to cycle through this. Okay, so we've done that. So I've rented all that can be rented for what we need to do. So this is going to take place in 2 steps. We also got to buy a few other things, but not here. We're going to go see the Chocobo Sage. For those of you who remember me farting around looking for the damn prick, I know where he is now. He ain't hiding no more. But we need to get us a good amount of greens here, and we're going to buy them in bushels of 10 or 20, depending on how much they are. And I sold a bunch of stuff, but now I'm broke again. Near broke from spending all that. So if I need to, I actually have an all materia that's almost mastered, and I'm at the point where I would sell it. If I need it. But let's see how much we want. Region greens. So let's see what he's got for that. Yeah, they're 3,000 a pop. We only have enough to buy 3, or 4 rather. So we're gonna have to make some room, and I don't think I really have enough stuff to do that. Really, I have some nuts. They're just not in my mouth. Ooh! Dragon Fang, Mimic Green, Dazer's Mirror. These things are worthless. You know, so this isn't gonna work quite the way I was hoping for. Hero Drink is worth nothing. We're gonna need us some funding. It's Turbo Ether. The only ether that's worth anything is the one ether that I have. We could go through some of this. Increases Manipulate, drains water attacks. Reflect, Curse Rings, worth nothing. Safety Bit. Fire Ring, nullifies fire attacks. Yeah, right. We're not going to use these guys. These are probably not worth much anyway, so there's no point in really selling them. The Aurora Armlet's pretty much outdated. The Wizard Bracelet can go. It's going to give us a little bit more, but not much. Not enough to do what we need to do for later. As you can see, it's only enough for 9. So we're going to have to make some money here. I'm going to go ahead and go to see if I can get some funding for the stuff we need to do. I think a good place to get money would be a place where you can steal. One, you can steal ethers, or there's a beach south of Medeal that is probably going to be where I get some money. So I'll see you guys after I get us some dough. So be patient for me, will you? Okay, so I went through the trouble of acquiring 15 greens that are in question here. 15 of the region greens. That should be enough for what we need to do, and if we need to get more, we'll get more. I didn't even grind gill that long. It took like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, not even 20, it took like 10 minutes. Now, we need to catch us some interesting and very specific types of chocobo. And in order for us to do that, there's a few locations that we can run into them, and we have to actually, you know, do all that kind of stuff. So let's see, what we want to do is we'll do the easy one. We actually have to go to Medeal first, and that's where we're most likely going to run into the ones we want to run into. And you can tell what chocobo you're going to get based on the battle that you fight. It is actually that simple. Where are the tracks? Yeah, there they are. So this is a good time for us to save. And what we're doing is we're looking for a chocobo battle that consists of certain enemies. It's very simple, guys. It's not very hard to do. We're looking for great chocobo here. We're looking for a female and a male that we have to get. You'll know what they are when you leave the battle and take one, and I'll give you an example, but we're looking for a battle that appears with 1 or 2 enemies known as a spiral. If we can find that, we're already halfway there to getting the ones we want. Now, the reason we need 15 greens is because you might get 2 boys, and 2 male and 2 female sometimes. So if you get, you know, you gotta work until you get one of each sex. I said sex! So I'm going to run around here until we get one. Also make sure that, again, you better have the Chocobo lure equipped. As you can see, I actually went into Cloud, and, oops, wrong one there. I went into Cloud and actually added in the enemy lure while I was working. But we should have 2 Chocobo lures, so let's put a Chocobo lure in there, and let's get hunting! Like I said, 1 or 2 spirals. I don't even think I need to show the battle to you guys. Just find a spiral. Press select. Highlight the enemy. If it's a spiral, it's a winner. You'll run into them about 50% of the time. So let me catch a male and female chocobo. So we'll see you then. Okay, so we've caught our 2 great chocobos here. I actually went through the process. You get to name them, and after you've named them, they'll tell you if it's a male or female. And then if it's not, you just get rid of it. But as you can see, Broad is our female. It's a Class C here. And Mr. Cho is a male Class C. So we've gotten our 2 great chocobos. Now we need to acquire 2 good ones, which will require us to head up into the Gold Saucer area. The chocobos we're looking for there are even rarer to get to spawn, and I actually had trouble getting these ones to spawn out. You're looking for a battle with 2 enemies known as Spencers. So any chocobo you see with 2 Spencers probably will be one you want. So the one you're looking for. So let's see, where are the chocobo tracks in the Gold Saucer area? Would be right about here. So let us go and find us a male and female good chocobo. So like I said, fight battles with 2 Spencers and a chocobo. Chances are that's a good chocobo. Collect about 2 to 4 of them just to guarantee that you get a male and female out of the grouping. We'll see you when I'm done. Okay, so after lots and lots of trouble, we were able to get 2 good chocobos, a male and a female. One known as G-Bro, and the one known as Jesus. I don't know, hail holy quidendo, oh Mary. Okay, enough of that. So we've got the 4 chocobos that we need to start with, but we're not done yet. Wait, there's more! We need to buy special kind of greens. Well, we may as well do that while we're here. I don't think it's actually here, but Mimit, Gasol, Krakatento, Pasha, Curiel, Mimit. Okay, no, we're not in the right place. to be buying said greens. But ironically, here's what we can do while we are here. I actually got some max outs on some magic materia, which means I can dump them for money, millions and millions of dollars. And I've even got one. Okay, so these are all set for sale. Let's go ahead and sell off poison. And oh, ice is done. Look at how high that is. Woo-hoo-hoo. How much is it worth? It's worth lots of money. Not as you know what, let's just sell them off. They're already at level 2 from me running around trying to do this Chocobo thing. So we're loaded right now. We're at least significantly loaded. Let's go ahead and see the Chocobo Sage. And we need to take care of that. And then there's one other thing that we, unfortunately, must do. And you will find out shortly what that is. We need to get some nuts. And don't worry, I promise I'm not going to put them in your mouth. Or am I? No, we need to actually steal some nuts from some enemies. I can't say that with a straight face. We have to steal some enemies' nuts and put them in the Chocobo's mouths. And what we're doing here is we're taking these different Chocobos and crossbreeding. Crossbreeding. We're breeding them, and we'll talk about breeding and all that and how it works. But we need lots of Silca screens. Lots of Silca screens. And as you can see, they are the most expensive. So let's start with 50. You can see it ate up a lot of the money we have. But like I said, you can go fight at the Medial Beach to get some decent income, or sell off some materia. Our all materia with 1.5 mil or 1.4 mil should be coming up soon. So now that we've done that, we have to go get the nuts. He said nuts. So here's what we got to do, guys. We need 3 carob nuts. These nuts can be stolen from an enemy here. They're in. I went way too far to get there too. Kind of overshot. It's a place near. It's a dinosaur-looking creature. I forget the name of it. It's like. Oh, I don't know. It's like Valcardios or some crap. Anyway, he's out here in the grasslands. All you got to do is find it and steal from it, which isn't really hard to do. Oh my god, I'm gonna be inside this shit. It's not going to be hard for us to do at this juncture of the game, per se, but you need at least 3 of them. While we're out doing that, we also need to go to Goblin Island. I don't know if I've shown where that island is or not, so let me just do it now while I'm doing it. We want to go, it's up over here, and it's in the forest on the islands that are up here. It's in that forest right there. That's Goblin Island. Can't miss it. You can steal Zio nuts from them. You're going to want to steal at least 1 to 2. They're hard to get them to steal from, but goblins are pretty much pathetic. So they're not really going to be much of a threat to you while you're trying to do it. So go ahead and steal yourself 2 Zio nuts. 1 is usually enough, but 2 Zio nuts just for the road. And pick up 3 carob nuts. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll see you when I'm done. Okay, so I went through a lot of the trouble of doing the other stuff that needed to be done. I got the 3 carob nuts, and I actually picked up 2 Zio nuts just to make sure I got enough nuts in my inventory. Insert dirty joke. So one of the things we're going to want to do is I actually got some of my all materia up, 2 of them, so that should be significant financial improvement. Booyah! I'm rich! I'm wealthy! No, for the most part. Yeah, that's pretty much how you get wealthy in this game. One of the things that we need to do is before we start doing some of the stuff like the Chocobo races, we need to feed the Chocobos. We want to give them the Silcus greens and nothing more. We just want to make sure we put as much as we can into them. Because that's what's going to upgrade their stats. So let's say we got 50, right? So we have 4 birds. I would say 25 in each. Now I don't have enough to do it all at once. And even this is a little pricey to do, but why not? This is for broad. and we'll also do it for the other one as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the stage, get more of the greens, then come back and do the other two. And then what we've got to do is actually, and surprisingly, we have to win 2 races with every bird. Here, at least 2 of them before we can go to the next step. So guys, give me a moment. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to feed my birds each 25 Silkus greens. I've actually seen people do 99 on each. Oops, not broad. I've seen people do 99 on each bird. I mean, I guess you can do as many as you really can. It just really depends on how much you want to spend on this. I'm willing to risk doing 25 and 25, and all we're really doing is seeing how well they race with this much influence, with this much the greens helping them out. So, like I said, guys, I'm gonna do 22 or 25 to each. I think is gonna be good. I think should be fine. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the Chocobo track and race them. I'm not going to show the races because you don't really need to see the races. You've seen me race once already and I sucked really bad at it. But the idea is we have to win at least 2 with each bird. Then we can start the much more intricate part, which is the breeding. The actual physical breeding. So I will see you guys at Gold Saucer when I am done feeding. Alright, cowpokes, we've made it to the thing, the Chocobo racing facility. You should just be able to go over to Esther here, and you should be able to become able to compete. So let's go ahead and we'll register, and then what you do is get to pick out of the 4 that we have which one you want to race. Like I said, we need to win 2 races with each bird. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I will see you guys when we're done, so we can start really digging into the breeding part of the whole learning how to do the Chocobo breeding. So like I said, 2 races have to be won with every bird that we have here. So let's get it started. Okay, so we've won the required races. Now there's another section that we kind of got to do. And it's a little tricky, because it doesn't work all the time. Which, this is one of the few times in this game where you may have to restart, reset, until you get the desired result. But here, I'm going to show you what we have to do, and then hopefully, heaven forbid, I get the result. And if I don't, I'm going to keep doing it until I get the result. We need to get him to mate. Cue sex music. Chocobo love, Chocobo love, Chocobo love. Alright, so we need to choose 2 Chocobo. So we need to choose a male and a female. This is Mr. Cho. Mr. Cho is a great male. So we'll choose this one and the opposing female, which is Jesus. So we have a male great and a female good. This is the one we want. Yes. Which nut are you going to give them? Obviously, we're going to give them the cherub nut. Giggedy. Now, it may not produce the... Now, you can't tell off of the first result. We want a green or a blue Chocobo. We'll see what we get. We got a green. Yay! And it's a male. So we'll name him... oh, I don't know. We'll name him Bob. Okay, so we know that that's a male green Chocobo. Now we need the counter opposite. We need a female Chocobo this time around. We need a blue female Chocobo. So let's go ahead and mate these clowns. Now, like I said, we may not get the desired result. This is where the desired result will be a little shifty. So we're going to take the... let's start with the right here. Wait a minute. And let's see what happens. You know, and it's, like I said, it's very peculiar. It does sometimes you get 2 males, sometimes you don't. You know, and But usually you get the same color. It's a matter of gender that always is just like banging your head against the wall. And hopefully we get what we want here. No, what the hell? We got a green. Another green. So I must have done something wrong. So it may even depend on the order. I think you have to do a good male with a great female, and then you got to do a great male with a good female. So we'll try that. So I'm going to go ahead and obviously restart because I didn't get the one that I wanted. So I'm going to keep trying this until I get the right two chocobos that I want. And I'll let you know if what I just said works. So we'll see you after I get one blue and one green chocobo via the mating process. Okay, so I've made the two. Actually, in what I just said, worked the first try. So we've made these two chocobos. Now we gotta stuff them full of Silcus greens as well. I would say 50 apiece should make them pretty strong. Once you've done that, give or take, there's still more we have to do. We have to give them a bunch of greens, and then we have to pretty much win about 10 wins. So each chocobo should win about 5 times. And once we've done that, we need to go take care of some time crunching things. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the chocobo stage, stock up on my usual storage of greens. And I'm going to go ahead and get them buffed, and I'm going to do all the racing, the 10 races, 5 for each, and then we'll get excuse me. Then what we'll do, after we're done with that, I'm going to fight about 20 random battles. The reason the 20 random battles is so that newborn chocobos can become old enough to breed. Once I've done all of that, we will come back and do some more breeding. I will see you then. Alright, ladies, gentlemen, and also between the moment you've all been waiting for. Okay, well, maybe not all of you have been waiting for it, because you kind of know how it's going to play out. We're going to breed. We're going to take the green. You notice I had to clear out the cells, one might say. We're going to go ahead and breed them with the same nut we've been using, the cherub nut. It's effective. It causeth breeding of the supernatural kind. And what we're pretty much going to do is get a black chocobo. In theory, unless for some reason I somehow magically screwed up. It should give us a black chocobo, and it doesn't matter what sex, giggedy, that it is. And there you go, we got ourselves a black chocobo with a black male. We'll call him, of all the terrible names coming to my mind, we will call him, I can't do it. Gotta fight it. I will call him. Damn it. Okay. I will call him Rick. Rick. As in Rick James, bitch! Okay. So now we have our beautiful, wonderful, glorious black male chocobo. Now, things get a little more complicated from this point on. Now that we've gotten a black chocobo, there's a few things we need to do. Number one, we can do... It doesn't matter what process we choose to do first, it's just we gotta do it. We have to get what's called an excellent or amazing chocobo. I think is what it is. It's something like that. It's the one chocobo style we haven't caught yet, above good. These chocobos can only be found up in this area on the way to Icicle Inn, which makes it kind of tricky. As you can see, you will see prints right over here. This is where we've got to get to them. They spawn they very rarely spawn, and what you have to do is know that they spawn with 2 jumpings, which are I think the rabbit-like enemies. You have to actually, and I would say you'd want to pick up about 3 or 4 of these chocobo, of these excellent chocobo, of these high-level chocobo, in order to make sure that you get the opposite sex. We need a female one. So I'm going to go get us a female one, and once I get a female excellent chocobo, I'm also going to, once I get an excellent female chocobo, I'm also going to beef them up. I'm going to get each of them 100 Silcus greens. Give each of them that many. Then kind of see where their stats are. in the grand scheme of things, but I think they should be fine with 100 Silkus greens apiece. Well, or 99. 99 is really what I'm going to be giving them. So I'm going to work my way to getting an excellent Chocobo, and hopefully we'll get a female one. I'm going to beef them up with some good old-fashioned greens, the Silkus greens. And like I said, we'll have to race them. When we race them... Yeah, that's a Bender Snatch, so this isn't the right Chocobo that we want. When we, after doing all of that work, I then have to race each Chocobo about 6 times apiece. Once we're done with that, we're going to do some more breeding. So I'm going to see in there we get another 1.4 mil. Once I'm done with all of that stuff, guys, I will come back and we will obviously make the ultimate Chocobo. But like I said, as you can see, this is... I'm trying to skip the long part of the process, because this is a very long process. Once I've made the final Chocobo, I will recap everything I did word for word, as best as I can, and we will do a few things, a few neat little things we can do with Chocobos, so we'll see you then. Okay, so we've done a lot. One of the things that we've done is we've, I have raced all of both the Wonderful and the Black Chocobo. They've each won 6 races apiece. I've fought about 20 battles outside, and we're ready to mate. So let's pick this one. Always pick the Black Chocobo first. There's actually a glitch in the US and PAL editions where if you pick the Wonderful Chocobo first, it actually won't work. And it's been posted up all over the place. So, I remember reading about it because I could never get the gold Chocobo to appear. And if you're always wondering, just to be on the safe side, make sure you always make sure you always save outside, because like I said, if this doesn't work, then I gotta go outside and change a few things around and get it all figured out. But we're gonna use the Zio nut, one of the few nuts we haven't used. Well, the final nut. Now, does it always work? I believe it does. I don't think I've ever had an instance where it didn't work unless you hit the Wonderful Chocobo first. So this should... And there we go! The gold male Chocobo. The ultimate Chocobo. We will call him... I don't know. We'll call him Zed. Why not? So there we go, guys. We have every color of Chocobo, from regular, the 2 green and blue, black, and the final gold Chocobo. With that all said and done, you know, this is really the process. You've got to get yourselves 2 great Chocobos, 2 good Chocobos, each having the opposite sex. You've got to race 3 races and win, so you buff them up with Silkus greens so they have the stats to do it. Then you have the good and you have the you mate the great male and the good female, and the good male and the great female. So you mate them, you cross mate them, and you should get a green and a blue Chocobo of opposite sexes. You race them for about 5 to 6 races apiece. You breed them. They'll give you the Black Chocobo. You go out to the Icicle Inn area, find yourself a Wonderful Chocobo of the opposite sex of the Black Chocobo, race both of them 6 times, give them a Zio nut, you'll get a gold Chocobo. Use cherub nuts for all the other breeding, and the good Chocobos can be found out in front of Gold Saucer, and the great Chocobos can be found in the Medial area. So that gives you an idea. That's really all you got to do. It is a long process. It takes about an hour and a half to do it. Give or take. It's tricky, you know. It can be very tricky, and all you got to really do is just keep at it, and you'll do great. You know, it's a tricky process. But we're gonna go ahead and take Zed. Oh yeah, taking out the Zed man. Zed. And we're going to do some running around, and we're going to run around and take care of a few things that we've yet to really do. Now that we have a gold Chocobo, there's a few things we can do. Number one, gold chocobos can do this. They can run on any landscape, come from any angle, go anywhere. And so we're going to use the gold chocobo so we can do that. As you can see, we can come all the way here. And actually, as you can see, the chocobos that are tamed will stay put. As we come inside here. Yeah. We received Quadra Magic. A nice piece of materia. Make sure you get it. Always a good thing. But we're not quite done yet. As we're going to head north now to an area, I believe, I might be wrong with this, but whatever. Figure it out, right? As we head all the way north. Giggedy goo. You get a block of the hoobna humana, right? As we keep heading north, north, and north. But as you can see, that's really all it took when you think about it. It's not like I said, it's not a complicated thing to do for the most part. And once you've done it, I mean, you're set. It's just a matter of, I guess, really just sitting down and doing the work. Oh, I must have. Damn it! I must have passed it. My bad. I wasn't paying attention. I think I walked right by it. Yeah, can't take me anywhere. So here's one of the things that we're gonna do here, because I was busy talking and not paying attention. Let's exit our chocobo here. Really, that's the ultimate one that you can't get into. We could have gotten into some of the other ones with the other chocobo, but I just figure we may as well just get the gold one and get it out of the way. This is the only one you can get to with the gold chocobo, and you get the Knights of the Round. If you are a fan of this series, you know what Knights of the Round is. You know it is the Uber summon. It is the ultimate summon. It is the summon of summons. And it's always tricky to place this early in the game. we can throw out chocobo lures because we're equipped with a few of them to put in Quadra Magic and Knights of the Round. But right now, let's go ahead and put in Knights of the Round, as that dramatically drops Sid's HP, which I'm not too keen on. But there's no real way around it. As far as what else to put and how to put it, we can put any of these in there. Alright, let's go ahead and put... let's finish off time then, shall we? Okay. So, there we go. There's that materia, but we're not done yet. We've got 2 more to pick up, of all things. So we're going to do that as well, using the gold chocobo. Ironically, once you've used the gold chocobo for everything you need to do, you really don't need to use the gold chocobo again. At least for some time. As we're now going to head all the way to the Wutai area. Wutai! And heading there, we're going to receive another piece of materia that is probably going to be questionably used at some point. As I meander my way down there. There's Wutai. Wutai! Wutai-sama! And we're going to head to that cave, as you can see over there. You need the gold chocobo for this one to go over mountains, I think, so you can't get this one early, I don't think. Whereas you can get the Quadra Magic one pretty early, as well as another one that's coming up. Grab it, you fool. Yes. Materia. We received the My Materia. This materia is used in conjunction with some very big boss battles by endgame. If you don't know the little kind of standard tactics to beat some of the very distant bosses of the game, you can actually use Mime or the Mimic Materia to do, or Mime, you can use the Mime Materia to do a lot of the slaying of major bosses for you. I usually don't use it because I don't think it's necessary to beat the ultimate bosses of the game, but you know, what do I know, right? And this is the final one, the HP to MP materia. I forget exactly how it works, except that it changes your MP to your HP. So in turn, I don't really use that one much either. And I could be wrong that that's how it's used. it never was important enough to me to make it my priority to use it. Out of the ones got, we'll probably start using Quadra Magic and Knights of the Round at some juncture. Will we use it right away? It's up for debate. While we're out here doing Chocobo-like stuff, well, no, that's really all there is. There's not much else to do. So let's go ahead and head back to our airship. We've got a few minutes left to do a few small things that I don't have a problem doing. So let's go ahead and head back to our airship, which we can head in right from the Chocobo. And as you can see, we have a new means of travel. It's up to you if you really want to do things that way. Not a big deal. So we pretty much have done that. So let's go ahead and make another stop, shall we? We're going to head all the way to Nibelheim. Nibelheim is going to be a locale where we take care of a few things as well. There's also, this is a good time in the game if you think you're able to send Cloud over to the battle arena and start using the battle arena stuff. I might wait a little longer, not much longer, but I will do it within the next episode or two. And we start working on stuff in round squares. You can see I'm doing a lot of side quest stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I want to walk around with a Chocobo all the time, but, you know, right now it's okay. I really don't need it anymore. Let's go ahead and head into Tifa's place. Where the freaky gets on tonight. Now, if you didn't do some of the stuff from earlier, this isn't going to work. Oh, wait, actually, I think it does work. It's the materia that, if we didn't do the other stuff. Anyway, so let's do it. We've got to play the main theme. Damn it! I messed up. You could tell. Oops. So let's do it. There we go. Something inside the sheet music. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So this is kind of how Tifa ended up in Midgar. It's not a mystery unless you do this quest and kind of get some of this implemented in. But it explains a little bit of how that came to be from Zengen. So there you go. And we receive Final Heaven. Which is the final limit break for Tifa. She's one limit break away from learning that, being able to use that, so that's always good to know. Sweet. So we've gotten the final limit break, Final Heaven, not Haven. Let's arrange some of this stuff. As you can see, if you've been following along, we've got 3 of the final limit break items. We still got some more out there, but I hate to say it, but that's a good start. Oh boy. Oh, sorry. So now that we've done that, let's take Chocobo anyway. We're gonna go ahead and do some more side questing. Yay! Because we have some time. We have about 10 minutes. I think we can do at least one more small thing in about 10 minutes here. Let's go ahead and land our airship here. And we're going to head into the Boner Village. Because there's a few things we can do. Yay! While we're here, there was something that we can do. And heaven forbid me. Look for good treasure. So now that we're here, see, we want to be about here. So, God, they take so long to frickin' move. Come on. There. That should be enough. Really, I'll put one up here. And what we're doing is we're making an attempt to acquire something very specific. Once he gets up to the top there. And hopefully this gives me the result I want, hopefully. And we should get... I believe if I'm in the right place. I should be in the right place. It's about here. Well, we'll find out. It's about where I was. You know, it's about there. Hopefully we find it. But I don't want to ruin it, because... Yes, we got the key to Sector 5. Okay, so now that we've gotten the key to Sector 5, that should tell you a little bit about what the next step is. We can now finally get back into Midgar, for those of you who might have been curious. So let's do that, shall we? Since it's been a long time since we've actually been back here. So let's go ahead and land this bad boy. Use that gold chocobo, because we can't land close to Midgar. Alright, let's head in. And for the first time in a while, we can get into Midgar. Look at that. Now that we're inside, we can do a few things. Here's the church, where, you know, shit went down a long time ago. And we see Aries? You don't say. Aw, they're pretty. There's not much really you can do there, so don't worry about it. Okay, let's keep moving. We're gonna go back to Wall Market, if we can get there. We're obviously gonna be thrown into battles. There's no way around it. It's just these enemies are gonna be so weak, it's embarrassing. And it's not a good place, really, to level up limit breaks, because they only come in groups of like 3 max. So let's head north. Or this way, rather. I think it's this way. Nope, that's Aries' home. Brings back memories, don't it? Bad, terrible memories of death and decay. I thought it was this way. Maybe I'm wrong. See, the problem with coming back here is I can't remember where shit places are. Must have been further down the road. Yeah. Okay, so we got to keep moving further down the way here. And to make our way back to Wall Market. Alright, let's keep moving. Running, and we gotta go up and over and around and down. Whoop, and down here. Through the tunnel. Up the plank. Down the stairs and up to the top here. And we're almost there because we're gonna be at the park. Stupid park. Dumb cat slide. I hate you, slide. Alright, and we're going to head up here. And this should be Wall Market. And this is going to be where we do the rest of our side questing stuff. Let's go ahead and... No. Let's head into the item shop here. Now, we came here earlier and was molested by the item shop machine. So let's try it now. As Sid takes a crack at it here. I'll try to use it now. Okay, what the hell? Look at that. What is that? The premium heart, huh? Well, some of you might be wondering what the premium heart is. Well, let's take a look. It's actually Tifa's ultimate weapon. As you can see, it has no growth on it. It does 99 attack. It doesn't mean much this early in the game, but I believe it is her ultimate weapon. Or it's definitely a great one. I forget what the ultimate weapons names are, but whatever. I believe it's her ultimate. All the ultimate weapons in game, I believe, have 0 growth. So that's the big part of it. Now, we're not quite done yet. There's the real reason we came down all the way down here. You probably found it on Reservoir, right? It's about... Ooh, that's a lot, but not for us because we're rich and wealthy. It's the Sneak Glove. The Sneak Glove is an accessory that raises your ability to steal better items. I don't use it often, unless it's something where unless it's a certain item that I know would benefit from using the Sneak Glove. Other than that, I don't use it. So really, that's all there is to kind of do here. We did really good getting here. We, covered the whole Chocobo breeding quest. We did some side quest stuff that we need to do. Other than that, I can't think of much else that we really need to do. There's some side quest stuff that we're going to hit up a little later, but I think it's time for us to go out and start looking for our next huge materia. So, on the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII, we get back on track with some questing, and if we get through that questing, we'll do a few more very interesting side quests. So I hope you guys see you there. I hope I see you guys there, and I hope you enjoyed that little quick run-through of building up Chocobos and all that good stuff that goes with it. We'll see you on the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII.